I wanted to make more of a local impact in Oklahoma. And at the time, I had such a privilege of working for the Williams Companies, which is a fantastic company headquartered in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But all my roles had had national reach throughout the country. And so I did a couple of things professionally after Leadership Oklahoma. I took a role, a stretch assignment role. I moved from being president of the foundation and over community relations, and I kept doing the president of the foundation work, but then I took a public outreach role nationally to really understand strategic outreach and stakeholder analysis and political impact and how to really drive change. So I had that opportunity. And then a few years later, as my family situation changed and my kids kind of grew up, and I thought about what do I want to do for the next, maybe my last big career move. And I thought a lot about it, and the opportunity when Mark Graham was retiring, who was formerly CEO of United Way, I said this would be a chance where every day I would wake up and know that in this state I was raising money or driving community impact around solutions, but I was making a big impact in this state to make it better. And I grew up in Oklahoma. My husband is full-blood Cherokee. His family has a long legacy here at the end of the Trail of Tears. And that's a legacy. My grandmother owned a grocery store in Kearney, Oklahoma, as was my husband's mother, a woman who owned a cafe. So I have this desire to make an impact here. So that was one of the things I did professionally, was change the course of my career. Secondly, Laurie Tilley said to me one time, what if when we left Leadership Oklahoma, we all said, what is something we could all do that would make a difference based on what we've learned from Guyman to Broken Bow? And I remember her saying, what if we all committed to make a difference in the life of a child? What if we all committed to treat another person's child like we treat our own? Well, we had a student that had lived with us for a time named Eduardo, who had been my intern from OSU at Williams. He didn't have a citizenship. He was DREAM Act. He had come over when he was 6 years old. So I said, what would I do if Eduardo were treated like one of my own, really? And so we made sure he got his citizenship during that time. We helped his other family members finish their citizenship requirements. They had green cards. And the third thing I would say is I have been a lifelong student of diversity that makes us stronger. For me, diversity was about knowing and appreciating differences that we all bring to our experience. But it was Leadership Oklahoma that really helped me internalize and understand what strength of diversity really meant. And so for me, Leadership Oklahoma was about taking the time to really get to know the human, their values, their intention, and that really drove for me a deeper understanding of what I had always said, which was diversity makes us stronger. Well, I'm the oldest of 4 girls in my family, and so I think I took to that big sister leadership role early. I did a lot of extemporaneous speaking in high school and student council and those kinds of things. I think I'm very, very impatient. And I think that has served me well as a leader in some ways, because I see a problem and I want to fix it. So for me, leadership at the end of the day is really about hope and being able to motivate people for hope and have it myself. My favorite days of LOK, my favorite memories, I have to say, one of the funniest memories is that I went into the pork processing plant. It was very clean and lovely. You know, they did a great job, but I had a moment with the pigs. Like, we locked eyes and I felt like they were looking at me like, do something. And I thought, well, pigs are smart and dogs are smart and horses are smart, and I wouldn't eat my horse or my dog, so why would I eat a pig? And I have not eaten pork since.